They expect you to stay quiet, to swallow hidden fees, put up with faulty products, and accept poor service as just the way it is. But you can demand better. Stand up, speak up, because with Which on your side, you can say no to bad business, buy with confidence, and get the service you deserve. Which, the power in you. Find out more at which.co.uk.
Octopus Energy has been a Which recommended provider for 8 years in a row. But does it still rule the roost when it comes to gas and electricity in 2026? Hello, I'm James Rowe and welcome to Which Shorts, the podcast that gives you a free weekly insight into our magazines. Today, I'm sharing a piece with you that was written in the February issue of Which magazine, which revealed the results of our analysis into the best and worst energy suppliers. We asked almost 12,000 people like you what you thought about your supplier, then combined that data with our own thorough analysis of each provider's practices and procedures to give 17 companies a score and a review to help you decide which provider works for you. Here's the piece, adapted for the podcast, this week read by Erica McCoy.
Despite energy prices stabilising since the rollercoaster days of the 2021 energy crisis, they are still significantly higher than they were before that time. As of the 1st of January, the typical household on a variable price cap tariff has energy bills around £147 a month. In total, it's a 0.2% increase from the previous cap, although it includes a more expensive electricity rate and a cheaper gas rate. Many households have spent the last few years paying variable rates, perhaps you're one of them, but the market for fixed deals is now increasingly competitive. This means that customers who are unsatisfied with their current provider or looking to make savings on their bills now have a decent range of options. While price is key, good customer service can be a reason to switch. Based on our research, some providers have a better track record than others for communicating with customers and resolving issues promptly. In autumn last year, we surveyed nearly 12,000 energy customers in Great Britain and carried out a behind-the-scenes assessment of practices and policies of 17 energy companies. We then combined the survey and assessment results to determine which energy companies are providing the best service to their customers. So who came out on top? This year, 4 companies satisfied our criteria to become Which recommended providers: 100 Green, E-Gas and Electricity, Octopus Energy and Sainsbury's Energy. They all received a high score in our customer survey and a 4-star rating for overall customer service, as well as performing well in our background assessment. This is the second time E is a WRP. The first time the prepayment-focused firm achieved this was in 2024. According to our survey, E's customer service, ease of contacting and clear statements are very good, and 86% of E customers said that they would recommend the provider. When we looked at its practices, it got the highest score of any provider in the behind-the-scenes assessment, doing very well for its complaints handling, its smart meters and switching performance. It's well worth considering if you use a prepayment meter. Octopus is a WRP for the 9th year in a row. It receives an impressive customer service score of 79%, and 91% of its customers said that they were satisfied with the service and would recommend it to others. Octopus received a mix of 3 and 4-star ratings, and as with most providers, it received only 3 stars for value for money. In our assessment of its practices, it scored maximum points for supporting customers who need it. However, it lost points for its contact options, as phone lines aren't open much beyond office hours, and it doesn't offer a live chat service. 100 Green is a small supplier, but has established a reputation for solid customer service. This is the second year in a row that the provider has been made a WRP. It received the highest customer service score in our survey, and 94% of its customers said that they would recommend the provider. The supplier performed well in some of our behind-the-scenes assessments, but scored poorly for helping those who need it. This is partly because, as a small energy supplier, it isn't signed up to the Energy UK Vulnerability Commitment, a voluntary set of principles and commitment from energy suppliers to support customers in vulnerable circumstances. Sainsbury's Energy is a trading name under licence to E.ON Next, and Sainsbury's Energy customers can earn extra Nectar points when signing up for eligible tariffs. This is the first time the provider has qualified as a WRP. It was one of the better performers in our survey, and its customers particularly approve of its clear statements and ease of getting in touch. It also did well in our background assessment, particularly when it came to providing help for customers who need it and meeting its smart meter targets. Which other companies did we review? We included all the biggest providers, including British Gas, EDF Energy and E.ON Next. But Scottish Power and OVO Energy had the lowest customer scores, and neither provider fared particularly well in our in-depth assessment either. A new addition to our results is Fuse Energy, which launched back in 2023 and has grown quickly, particularly in the last year. Unlike other providers, Fuse is a digital-first service, which means it doesn't have traditional telephone support. Accounts are managed through its dedicated app or website, and while customers rate it well overall, it loses marks for its communication in both our customer survey and our behind-the-scenes assessment. Cost is a primary deciding factor for customers when choosing their energy provider. 45% of those who actively chose their supplier told us that the most significant reason for doing so was they are offered a lower price than they had previously been paying. Some 34% of respondents said that their decision was down to the good reputation of the supplier. Across the board, our survey respondents weren't particularly impressed with value for money, the quality of communication around services, tariffs, and price cap changes, or the accuracy of payments. Not one provider received more than 3 stars in these categories. If you're not happy with your energy company's service, there is no reason to put up with it. And if you haven't checked your rates in a while, it's worth finding out whether you could be paying less elsewhere. Fixed deals are reliably cheaper than variable tariffs at the moment, and switching is generally a quick and smooth process. Some 81% of people who switched in the past year told us that they found the process easy. In August 2024, we assessed each energy provider's sustainability efforts, and 3 suppliers were eligible to be eco-providers: Ecotricity, Good Energy, and Octopus Energy. We'll be updating our research later this year. To read our full reviews of each energy provider, just click the link in the show notes.
Thanks for listening to this podcast from Which, the UK's consumer champion. You can find plenty more advice about what we discussed today in the show notes. There you'll also find a link to become a Which member for 50% off the usual price, an offer exclusively available to you, our podcast listeners. Joining Which will not only give you access to all of our product reviews, our app, one-to-one personalised buying advice and every issue of Which magazine across the year, but you'll also be helping us to make life simpler, fairer and safer for everyone. Don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you're listening, that way you'll be notified whenever we release a new episode of Which Money, Which Shorts or another podcast that we make for you. And if you want to get in touch with us, then follow us on social media, we're at Which UK, or you can drop us an email to podcasts@which.co.uk. See you next time.
Looking to book a getaway in 2026? Why not try Which Travel Brand of the Year Trailfinders? Right now, Which members can save £100 on any 7-night or more holiday that includes flights. Just head to which.co.uk/trailfinders to find out more. Not a Which member? Get 50% off a membership right now. Go to which.co.uk/podcast offer to get involved. T's and C's apply.